Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Poncho, and as you can tell by the title of the video, this is a PS Vita themed video. I have a list pulled up here on all the launch day titles and some of the window titles as well. So basically I'm going to be going through the list, telling you guys what I think of all the games, if I'm going to buy them or not, some of my most anticipated titles. I've already imported PS Vita. I get it Monday, which is 2 days from the day I'm making this video, and I've already imported Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and I've digitally bought the new Uncharted on the Japanese PSN store. So stay tuned for some unboxing videos of the PS Vita, as well as some reviews and some gameplay videos on those two games. And if you want to see an unboxing video of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and the two 8GB sticks I bought, you can check them out right here. But let's go ahead and get to the real meat of the video, the list. So, Escape Plan, Day 1, which is a PSN title only. Basically, you control two characters, Lil and Big. You gotta escape some sort of, it looks like an asylum. It really utilizes the touch screens. You can use the front touch screen and the back touch panel. Use it to solve puzzles. You go ahead and from what I understand, you don't use the face buttons at all. It's all touch screen. So you swipe, your character walks that way. You tap, your character stops. You can interact with the environment. You can spin little fans and whatnot, and fan spins. Looks like a charming little game. My only complaint about it is not really a complaint. Excuse me. It's a black and white title only, which I understand. I am swallowing a lot of dry mouth. Hold on. It's not even my birthday. Mug says so. Anyway, like I was saying, the title seems to be fully in black and white. Don't really mind it so much. I understand it's the charm of the game, but we got an OLED screen on this thing, and you know, brighter colors, more vibrant colors, things pop more. Black, white, and gray. I don't see how that's gonna pop anymore on an OLED screen versus a another screen. So that's just me. Like I said, game looks fantastic. Looks really fun to play. Just wish they throw some color in it, you know. New system has an OLED screen, really pushing how much more vibrant the colors are, and they throw a black and white game in the launch window. Just me. Anyway, Hot Shots Golf. Thing is selling like hotcakes in Japan. These Japanese people, man, they love golf. I don't know, maybe, I don't know why. I mean, I like golf as much as the next guy. I'm not crazy about it. But Hot Shots Golf, really popular series in Japan, so it's selling like hotcakes over there. Probably stay away from it. I mean, I like golf. I got really knee deep into golf when Pena came out for the Wii, and dipped my toes in that, and I think I'm pretty much golfed out. You get touchscreen usability with Hot Shots Golf. You can use some of the AR stuff. You can put your little characters wherever you want, using the augmented reality feature. It's got online play. The big thing about it is it does require an online pass, and I suppose if you buy it used, you have to pay $15 extra for the online pass. At least those are the prices on the Japanese PSN store right now, 900 yen or $15 US for the online pass. Like I said, I'm all golfed out, but it looks good. The graphics look good. Pretty good feature list, and it looks good. Next, Hustle Kings, PlayStation Network store only. It's pool. I assume there's touchscreen control, just like every other title that's coming out during the launch window. Really want to hop on the touchscreen train because it's one of the biggest features of the new system. So it's pool. I mean, I don't know what else. Next up is Little Deviant. Sony is really trying to push this title on us. If you go ahead and pre-order the bundle from GameStop, it actually comes with the bundle along with a 4GB memory card. It looks like a pretty good title. Basically, the gist is these little monster, nothing but head things have escaped and you're in charge of beating him up. I don't know. Really touch base heavy. Actually, I think it's nothing but touch base. There are a number of different modes. You can use the touch back panel to create hills, roll them around. Really utilizes the back touch panel. There's also an augmented reality mode where they show up as spaceships and you go ahead and shoot them. Utilizes the microphone as well. Apparently you sing to them. A lot of tap-based gameplay, and you can use the gyroscope. It's got it all. Pretty much every new feature for the PS Vita is utilized in this game, and it looks pretty good. And it's relatively cheap too, so I might be picking it up. I don't know. Basically, it looks like a glorified minigame collection to me, so I just have to see it for myself. Until then, I just wouldn't know. Probably go ahead and download the demo once I get my PS Vita, but until then, I'm really on the fence about it. Next up is Modnation Racers Road Trip. Pretty much just like the PS3 title. You can create your own tracks once again, but this time you can utilize the touchscreen. Never really been a big fan of Modnation Racers. I picked it up when it first came out, and I was super excited about it. But it just really didn't deliver. I don't know why. There was just something about it that just didn't really grasp me, which is weird because I love Mario Kart so much. But I don't know. It just didn't do the same thing for Mario. And a lot of people are thinking, you know, it didn't do the same thing because it doesn't have Mario in it. But Mario Kart is a lot more than just Mario on a kart, even though that basically just justifies the whole title. But there's just something about this kart racer that didn't really grab me, so I'll more or less be passing it up. But it does look really good, so if you're into Modnation Racers, certainly give it a try. Next up is Super Stardust Delta, which is a PSN title. It's on the PS3. If you have it on the PS3, you know exactly what to expect, but if you don't, it's pretty much a twin-stick shooter. You're a spaceship. You go around fighting other spaceships and asteroids. Once again, utilizing the touchscreen, you can go ahead and tap to destroy meteors. You can use the touch back panel to use the whip thing, and you can also shake to deploy bombs and stuff like that. I also hear you can touch to deploy back black holes and whatnot. Looks really good. Once again, the PS Vita does have two analog sticks, so transfers really well to the PS Vita. Twin stick shooter obviously is going to transfer well to another twin stick device, so it's got that going for it. Next up is Uncharted Golden Abyss. That's right, finally, Uncharted in the palm of your hands. Nathan Drake in your pocket, telling all the jokes. He's got the witty comments, all that stuff. Largely excited for this title, so largely in fact that I went ahead and I already bought it, like I said earlier, on the Japanese PlayStation Network store. Really excited about this title, hearing nothing but good things about it. The only bad thing I'm hearing about it is the controls for the shooting is a little bit wonky. I'm personally guessing it's just a matter of getting used to it. I would say some people would have to just get used to just the weight of things when you're aiming with it. Maybe mess with the sensitivity a little bit. Maybe it might be the transference from going from regular analog sticks from the PS3 controller. I mean, these things are huge. To go into these little teeny tiny analog sticks on the PS Vita. I don't know. Haven't got my hands on the title myself yet, but I'll definitely be telling you by maybe in the next 4 or 5 days when I do get a chance to play it. But it's looking really good. Once again, utilizing all of the new features of the PS Vita. Psych. I don't think it utilizes the camera, but utilizes the touchscreen a lot. Possibly in one of the modes, takes all the fun out of it, where you can just trace along where you want him to go when he's climbing along ridges. But aside from that, it's a beautiful looking game, and I for one can't wait to play it myself. Next up is Wipeout 2048. That's right, Wipeout. If you've played Wipeout before, you know exactly what to expect. Futuristic racer. Looks really good. A lot of new tracks are featured in the trailer. I assume it's going to have tilt control. If it doesn't, Sony, what are you doing? Tilt control racing game on a tilt control enabled device pretty much go hand in hand. Looks really fun. You get power-ups, boosts, weapons, blah, 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 all that good stuff. Your basic Wipeout game. I mean, whatever. Next up, we got Army Corps of Hell. It looks okay. Pretty much just looks like Overlord for those of you who have played it, where you're basically a guy, evil-looking dude. You have all these little minions that you send out and they attack an enemy. If you haven't played Overlord, it's kind of like Pikmin, to a sense, where you're one guy and you control a whole bunch of people. It looks okay. I haven't really seen a lot about it. It doesn't really interest me, so I'm not really going to touch up too much about it. Next up is Asphalt Injection. I think it originally showed up for, I want to say, the DS or maybe some mobile phones. I'm not too sure. It's an alright series. I haven't really been too into it. I picked it up when it came out for the DS a long time ago. Wasn't really impressed too much. Seems like they were trying to borrow a lot of features from other successful titles that didn't really transfer over too well. Average racer. I mean, I guess that's all you have to expect. I've seen a couple of videos on it. It just looks really mediocre to me, so I probably won't be picking it up. Next up is Ben 10 Galactic Racing. Don't really watch Ben 10. I imagine that it's just going to be another kart clone with Ben 10 characters. That's it. Next we got Blaze Blue, I don't know how you say it. Continuum Shift Extend. Another fighter for the PS Vita. Don't really know a lot about this title. I think I heard that they're adding a character or two. Do not quote me on that. Would not know. Like I said, I already got Ultimate vs. Capcom, so I don't need another fighter. So I'm not going to be picking that up. Next up is Dungeon Hunter Alliance. I think that showed up first as a iOS game, and it's basic dungeon crawler, as you would see from the title. You've got 4-player co-op, but it's got only 3 classes, which I think is a little weird. But it's your basic dungeon crawler where you got to get more loot, more gear. Basically, just gear up your dude and just get more loot until you just get tired of getting the best gear and the best loot. Not really a big fan of dungeon crawlers, so I'm not going to touch up too much about it. Dynasty Warrior next. All I can say is going to move on to the next title because I'm not a fan of Dynasty Warriors. From what I understand, it's your basic Dynasty Warriors. It's really big and really big overseas. Not really hitting too well here stateside. Basically, you go through historic battles in Japan with characters that would not fit in historically at all because they are using magic and stuff like that. But there is a lot of touchscreen controls. From what I understand, it works okay. Don't really know a lot about the Dynasty Warriors franchise, but basically one guy, and you fight a ludicrous amount of enemies on screen, and that's about it. Like I said, I haven't really played the series too much, so do not quote me on the previous assumptions I made of the game because they were made in the fashion of jokes. EA Sports FIFA Soccer. If you're a soccer fan, pick it up. I'm not a soccer fan, so I'm not going to pick it up. F1 2011, a Formula 1 racing sim for the PS Vita. Graphics look really good on it, but I'm not really in Formula 1 racing. Don't really know a lot about the title, so moving on. Lumies Electronic Symphony. I don't really like Lumies. I don't know. A lot of people love Lumies. My friend, really knee deep in that game. It's your basic puzzler, but the more things you do with the puzzles adds to the music of the game. If you're into that kind of stuff, it's a really good looking game, and that's it. I don't really have much to say about it. Next up is Plants vs. Zombies. It's on every single title. I even think I have it on this bottle of air freshener, so I wouldn't get it for the PS Vita. Rayman Origins recently came out for consoles. It was actually really good. So if you're a fan of platformers in general, beings that have no arms or legs, just the hands and feet, then go ahead and pick it up. It looks really good. The artwork is all gorgeous. The animation is gorgeous. On the console version at least, and I don't know why that wouldn't transfer over to the PS Vita version, so get it, I guess. Shinobi 2 Revenge of Zen. It's just Tenchu, I guess. I don't know. I've seen a lot of videos of it. basic ninja assassin game. You're a ninja, so you gotta do it quietly. You pick up bodies, move them around. Really Metal Gear Tenchi style. So yeah. Notice I'm saying yeah at the end of them. At the end of all my stuff. So yeah, okay. Tales of Space, Mutant Blobs, PSN only. Don't know a thing about it. Hold on. Alright, just watch the trailer of it. Looks like your average puzzler where you use the touchscreen. And it also stole the tagline, hide your kids, hide your wife. Gregory Brothers, get on that, please, because that sounds like something you can sue over. Psych. Touch My Katamari. I personally love the Katamari series. This looks really fun. You can use your touchscreen to for controls. You can also smush and squish your Katamari. Make it go faster, slower, blah, 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 blah. Basically, what I understand is another Katamari addition to the series, and that's good enough for me because Katamari is freaking awesome. Also, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Don't know why they call it Ultimate because you still have to pay for Jill and the green blob dude. Why aren't they included in the thing? I will never know. But other than that, possibly the quintessential fighter for the PS Vita. From what I hear, it is a true console port, aside from the fact that some of the backgrounds don't move as much, but everything else seems spot on. Online play, all that good stuff. New touchscreen control for baby's first fighter. All you gotta do is you gotta touch, and you basically proceed to do combos and stuff like that. If you're a fan of Marvel vs. Capcom 3 for the PS3 or the 360, then you'll be a fan of it for this. I mean, it's the same game. Finally up is Virtual Tennis 4, sleeper hit of the PS Vita launch lineup. You know why? Because it is not your simple tennis game. It is Virtua Tennis. Notice the anarchy there, missing the L. Psych. I recently saw a video of it, a full feature video on all of the features. Not only is it your average tennis game, which are, you know, really fun, I think. I love tennis. And it translates to video games pretty well. But it's got a ton of mini games, like a whole bunch. You can, like, they have one where you can bowl. They have one where you're shooting clay discs. They have one where you're doing something else. It is a really full featured title for the PS Vita, and I really wasn't expecting that in the first place. So a really good surprise, and the graphics of it look really outstanding. It's probably arguably one of the best looking PS Vita games out there. Even some people might say beating out Uncharted, which is quite literally a little sad. I mean, I know Naughty Dog's not making it, but you know, whoever's making it, step your game up. Sony, I don't know. But like I said, it looks really good. I'll definitely be picking it up. Love mini games, love tennis, and that's all this title is. So that's what I'm getting. Next up, I got some launch window titles. Gravity Rush, looking to be a really good RPG. The graphic style looks really great, cel shaded. Go ahead and control gravity with all this stuff, as you can tell by the title. You fight all these monsters and whatnot. You launch yourself into the monsters using the force of gravity, fully utilizing all of the words in the title. You rush towards your enemies using gravity. I'll probably be downloading the demo when I get my PS Vita, so more coverage on that to come. MLB 2012, The Show. It's out on PS3, so if you know what that is, then you know what this is. I don't really play baseball sims, so I wouldn't really know. Next up is Reality Fighter. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 isn't doing it for you, and you're thinking to yourself, man, I really want to put myself in the game. When is that going to happen? Now is the time. Alright, put your face in the game. From all the trailers, it actually looks like a fully featured fighter. Tons of different modes. Full customization of your fighter. You can go ahead and outfit him with whatever you want. You can use the augmented reality feature to fight wherever you want, whenever you want, with whoever you want, using whomever you want, with the facial features of putting your own face in the game. aside from that, don't really know much about the title, but really looking forward to playing it because it actually it does look really cool. Next up is Unit 13, from the same developers as SOCOM. Was originally super stoked for this title. Then come to find out, no online play. What are you doing? From the makers of SOCOM, I would expect it to have online play so they could dominate the market up until Call of Duty came in to sweep up, to inevitably sweep up when it comes out on the PS Vita. But yeah, like I was saying, it's pretty much just like SOCOM from what I can tell from all the other trailers, except it's sort of class based. You can pick your unit per se, and they have different specialties depending on the unit member you pick. But like I said, no online play. It does have co-op play, but not sure if that's online. I think it's just local play where you can do co-op. They have different mission modes for co-op play. I mean, I guess that's something. But the fact that they don't have online play for a shooter at a launch window, it's kind of upsetting to me. And like I said, from the makers of SOCOM, not making it online is a little upsetting to me. I guess we'll just have to wait until Call of Duty or another shooter to come up. I think Resistance is going to be online. I don't understand. I don't know why it wouldn't be. And I keep on seeing this remote play Killzone 3. So who knows? Next up, we got Lego Harry Potter years 5 through 7. If you like Legos, if you like Harry Potter, if you like Harry Potter's year 5, 6, and 7, this is the quintessential game for you. All jokes aside, Lego games are actually super fun. I love playing them, and I love Harry Potter. And books 5, 6, and 7 are really good books. But that's pretty much all I can say for the title. I imagine they're going to throw some touchscreen controls in there, but it's pretty much just going to be a console port. Disgaea III, Absence of Detention. You like Atlas? Do you like Disgaea? Do you like the number 3? Do you like the absence of detention? Then you're going to love this game. Disgaea III is actually a really full-featured RPG where you control, I guess, Son of the Devil. Do not quote me. I have not played a Disgaea since the first one. So, tons of classes, tons of customability with your team, leveling up, all that good stuff. Looks really fun. This might be the title to get me back into Disgaea. Do not quote me on that, but very may well be. Next up, which is was just recently added to the launch window list. Ninja Gaiden Sigma Plus. If you really don't value your PSP and you want to be thrown into a scenario where you want to break it into 1,000 pieces, then definitely pick up this title. Definitely pick up this title. If you played Ninja Gaiden Sigma for the PS3, then you know exactly what to expect. Pulling out your hair and screaming at the top of your lungs. So we got that going on for us. Next is Ridge Racer. Basic Ridge Racer. If you like drifting at uncontrollable speeds, then you're gonna love Ridge Racer. A lot of people are giving it a lot of flack, but I personally love Ridge Racer. I think it's a really fun series. Don't really take themselves too seriously when it comes to the drifting game, so I'm not gonna pick it up, but I do like the series.
After doing some research on Silent Hill Book of Memories, I found out that it is an isometric game, cooperative actually, where you just go around, you solve puzzles, blah 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 blah. Really big departure from the actual Silent Hill series so far, but it has all the classic lore of Silent Hill, Pyramid Head's in there obviously. They got the same composer, they got the same singer, that's what they boast in the trailer, but besides that, it looks like a new twist on the Silent Hill genre, and it might be okay. Who knows? It looks okay, but I don't know. An isometric view for Silent Hill, that doesn't really scream scary to me, and something should be scary if it is classified as horror survival. So, yep, that's it.
And last but not least is Supremacy MMA Unrestricted. That's right, if you like seeing two dudes hug that are super sweaty for at least 30 minutes, then you are going to love this title. Psych, it's MMA for the PS Vita. I assume it's going to have all the features of the PS3 counterpart. And it looks okay. I'm not really into MMA, but I do respect the sport. So, that's it. That's all of the titles. I don't know. A lot of titles here that I do like. A lot of titles that I don't like. A lot of titles that I really could care less about. Titles that I'm probably going to be picking up on day one. Obviously, I already got Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Already got Uncharted. But what else looks good? Wipeout does look really good. Really good. Virtual Tennis 4. Obviously, Virtual Tennis. That's actually really pretty much it. Touch My Katamari, obviously. But up until then, not really many day one pickups for me. Probably get Gravity Days when it does eventually come out. But there you have it. The full list of launch date and launch window titles. Sorry it ran a little long. Sorry it was probably kind of boring. But if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, corrections, I probably made a ton of mistakes when explaining these games. Let me know in the comments below. If you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Blah blah. I don't know what I'm saying. I haven't been in a YouTube game forever. But there you have it. Up until next time. Yeah. Whatever.